Another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database. I am Nick Martucci, your host. It's the comedy game show about content warning. I hope I didn't repeat myself, but I realized I closed out of the window before it finished loading. And last time I did that, we went half a game without being live. So, covering my bases, making sure everything is good to go. Welcome to the game. If you're new here, welcome. If you like what you're seeing, you should go back and watch some of the old episodes. There's over 200 of them.
God.
So statistically speaking, at least 10 of them are pretty good. Which 10? You can find them. Just go and watch old videos. Everybody on the show tonight has been on older episodes, so if you like them, those are some good jumping off points. Also, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you should join that if you search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video. That's where you can get all the information about this show, including how to be on it. We have one show left in 2023, and I'm thinking I might open it up to be a free-for-all one. It would be fun to do that at the end of the year. So if you'd like to be on the show, I want you on the show. Join the Facebook page or reach out at IMDb Game on Instagram and Twitter. I will send you the Zoom link. We're going to try to get as many people in the Zoom as possible. It's going to be a themeless episode. We're going to go through some movies on my list that we haven't gotten to yet. So if you want to be a part of the year-end celebration, that's going to be next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, whatever that date is, the 28th. So if you want to be a part of that, you know what to do. I've told you. Uh, Other than that, winners on this show have the optional prize, if they so choose, to make me watch a movie I've never seen before that I have to watch over the course of the week. And this week I got it in right under the wire, which is part of the reason why I'm a little off kilter right now. But last week, Josh Poirier had me watch 2002's In America, starring Patty Constantine and Samantha Morton and Jimon Hansu. It is an Irish immigration story. I want to say it takes place in the 80s. It's it's cute, but it's relentlessly sad to the point where it becomes almost predictably sad. You see characters introduced, and you wonder what terrible thing is going to befall that character. At the same time, there's two little girls in the movie. Some of the best child actor casting I've seen in a while. They are so cute without ever being too precocious. That, and they're Irish immigrants, and I love the Irish accent. So it's a good movie. It's not a feel good movie. And if you're not in the mood to be bummed out, it gives you a little at the end to kind of lift your spirits. But I'm glad I watched it. Don't know if I needed to watch it. Probably won't watch it again. But if you like that kind of movie, In America, 2002, I've now seen. And we'll see this week if I see anything new. This week on the show, it's our annual holiday movie episode. I play things a little differently with holidays. This is every holiday. If there was an Arbor Day movie, it would be included in this. Any movie that has some kind of significant portion set around a holiday is in play for this episode. We'll see how that affects people. Uh, let's just bring them in. Joining me on the show tonight are Carrie Ross, Casey McNeal, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, and Marty Viscosi. Welcome, everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey,
Toodles.
Now let's start off with somebody who, like I said, if you want to go back and watch old episodes, all of these fine people have been on older episodes. If you want to throw a dart, you might hit an episode with them. They've been on over 50 of these. They've hosted a few. They're just one of my favorite people to have on this show. Marty Viscosi, welcome back.
Aw, I didn't know I was one of your favorites.
Marty, how are you doing?
I'm so good. I wanted to ask what your rules are about participating in free for all episodes while driving cross country.
I would say it's the one time, well, not the one time, one of the few times I've ever kicked anybody off of the show was somebody who was trying to play while driving.
That feels discriminatory, Nicholas.
It's just me. I feel like YouTube would react poorly if I accidentally have snuff on my channel.
Right.
Howard.
Point.
So those are the rules. Please don't actively be driving if you're on the show.
Fine, I guess.
If you want to pull off
Well,
to
you
the
can't
side,
raise your
people have
hand
done
anyway.
that.
You can't raise your hand anyway.
You don't know what I'm capable of. I've made this trap many times.
Well, Marty, you know the deal here. Holiday movies. Do you want to recommend either a seasonally appropriate one or just any holiday movie that you think you want to talk about?
Absolutely. I also want to apologize for my cat playing the Song of Her People on a Jingle Bell toy right now in the background. I don't know if it's turning up on camera, but it's real loud in person. Um, but yeah, I love Christmas and Christmas movies in general. And I was thinking and I had one and I was not anticipating you coming to me first. Oh, what was it? Oh, It's a Wonderful Knife. I watched for the second time earlier tonight and I love it. I think it's perfect. No notes. I was not expecting it to make me feel so many things. I wasn't expecting it to make me cry. It was also like surprise spoiler gay, which I also wasn't expecting.
It's a really gay movie.
It's a really gay movie, and I loved every minute of that movie.
It's great. It is so much fun.
I absolutely adored it. My sister hated it, but she's wrong.
That I forget the actress's name right now, but the woman who plays Weird is a treasure, and I want to see her in so many things.
I can't remember the actress's name either, but yeah, she killed it. All the like for a movie that is a silly little horror parody of It's a Wonderful Life, like I was not anticipating this movie making me like just feel so many emotions in every direction and like surprise love story. Like I just oh my god, I loved every moment of it. I'm probably going to watch it like at least another 3 or 4 times in the next couple months of winter.
It's a new holiday classic. Yeah, if you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Knife, throw that on your list for this week. Well, Marty, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks.
Also returning to the show, always a delight to have him here. He needs no more introduction than that. Welcome back to the show, Lloyd, Legacy, Sharp.
Hi, thanks for having me back again.
Thanks for coming back. You are another one of my favorite people to have on the show, and you're proof that you can have a fun time on this show and be absolutely dog shit at the game.
Yes. These are facts.
You are the definition on this show. We call it pulling a Lloyd, where somebody goes the whole game without guessing and doesn't end up in last place.
Yes. You know what's funny about this whole thing is I remember this game being kind of born in the image of Pick a Side Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And my role on Pick a Side Stupid was I was never the most prolific winner, but I was always one of the most entertaining people on the show. And it would almost be against, it would almost ruin it if I won too much, because then it's like, what's Lloyd going to react to if he starts winning? And I feel like that is kind of carried over into Pick a Side Stupid. I don't know if that's accurate as far as like being in this show being the most entertaining, but between Pick a Side Stupid and IMDb games, I'm not a winner.
You're the people's champion. Let's not
It's
mince words.
It's fun. Yes, I'll take that. Sure. Thank you.
Well, Lloyd, you wanna throw a suggestion out there of any
Oh,
sort of
sure.
holiday movie?
Why not? I know the easy answer for most people watching will be Die Hard, but you know what? I'm not going to get political and discuss whether that's a Christmas movie or
No,
not.
I have a feeling I know what you're gonna pick, but go ahead and pick.
In the spirit, everyone's got a Christmas movie. I'm gonna veer a little bit to
Oh.
the right or left of that, depending on how you swing. I don't like this movie as much as I did when I was younger, but The Great Pumpkin.
Charlie Brown.
It's something that just, it's always there.
That's a good way to describe the Peanuts.
Like it's not always, if you've seen it twice, that's enough. If you've seen it twice as a kid, once as an adult, that's probably enough. But when everything else is kind of in disarray and when nothing makes sense, when everything else in the world is just kind of not certain, The Great Pumpkin is there every damn Halloween season.
That is a wonderful suggestion if you somehow missed The Great Pumpkin. And good on you, Lloyd, for not picking Home Alone 2 for the fifth or sixth time.
I'm not gonna lie. Thanks to my father, I am Home Alone 2'd out this year because he watches it every time it comes on. He's right over there. He's watching wrestling now, obviously, but he watches it every time that comes on, and I love that movie. But much like Richard Pryor on the Sunset Strip, I need to not watch it for at least a day or two, or else it's gonna get old.
Much like Richard Pryor, Lloyd, you're on fire, and I love having you here.
Brilliant. Thank you, Nick.
Also returning to the show, just a good friend that I've missed. I'm glad he's finally back here. Casey McNeal, welcome back to the show.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Casey?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm looking forward to going into the holiday season broke. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, now I feel bad for getting rid of my cash prize.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have won it anyways. You know, I'm not that good of a player.
No, this is going to be an interesting episode. I'm curious to see how y'all do with these. Casey, do you have any suggestions on any holiday movies you want to?
I do. I can't remember the name. the Netflix movie with where the guy it's it's Bloody Night, Holy Night,
Silent Night.
Yeah, the one where it's where Santa, where the terrorists come to the woman's house and Santa gets called by the little girl to come and help them, and he goes in and trashes all the terrorists. And
is this Violent Night?
Yeah, Violent Night. That's
okay.
it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Violent Night yet.
Oh my God, you got to see it, man.
Well, Casey, win tonight, so I have an excuse to go see Violent Night.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll suggest it.
That's been on my list for a while. I don't have any good excuse as to why I haven't seen it.
Well, this is the season now.
It is. Well, Casey, welcome back. Finally, so excited for this guest. She hasn't been on the show. She did a live show, I want to say maybe 150 episodes ago. And before that, I checked my list. Episode 27 was your last appearance on this show. In the meantime, she's been just so busy. You've been in I want to say 3 or 4 states in the last 72 hours. Just fucking destroying with comedy. One of my favorite comics, Carrie Ross. Welcome back to the show.
Mute.
Carrie,
Thank you. So glad to be back. Sorry to oopsie.
That's totally okay. Like I said, it's been a few episodes. It's easy to forget to unmute yourself. We've only been doing Zoom now for what, a decade, 2? Carrie, how have you been?
I've been doing great. I was in Tennessee. Got to Tennessee on December 11th, and then I went back to Boston on December 16th, and then unfortunately I almost missed my train back to Boston because I was not feeling well. I ordered a quesadilla from a restaurant. I'm not gonna, well, I don't know if that was it or if it was just that I'd been in motion and been carrying this, because I always think, oh no, I'm not going to take a rolly bag because it's going to take up too much space, and then I just overstuff a backpack that ends up murdering my back. A lot of stuff went into it. But
Well, you're home now, right?
Mhm.
Well, Carrie, the question goes to you now. Also, this is the first time you've been on where we've had themed episodes, so that's fun. Carrie, do you have any sort of holiday movies you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, there's two of them. There's one with it's called Santa with Muscles, starring Hulk Hogan, where he plays some billionaire. He sells like supplements and stuff, but he hits so he hides in
Yeah.
the mall in a Santa outfit, but then hits his head, and then oops, I guess thinks he's Santa Claus.
It's right up there with what's that? Suburban Commando.
Yeah. And there's
So
other one called Christmas Evil from the 80s. Yeah, I saw that one recently. There's a lot to it, but it's like a slasher thing.
Yeah, that's what I see pop up on streaming a lot, and I haven't watched it yet, and I feel like I should.
Yeah, I think it was one of the what do they call it? The video nasties.
Oh yeah.
During that.
All right. Well, two very similar movies: Santa with Muscles and Christmas Evil.
Mhm.
Well, I'm so delighted that you're all here tonight. Thank you all for coming back to the show. You all know how this works, but if you're new here, here's what's going to happen tonight. I have gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled parental warnings for a bunch of holiday movies. These parental warnings, I don't write them. I don't know who writes them. IMDb is filled with anonymous weirdos who have something to say. All I do is I steal their words and turn it into a game show. I'm going to read these parental warnings. My friends here are going to try to figure out what movie contains these warnings. I think we should just jump into it. We've got 12 to get through tonight. I'm just going to go in alphabetical order. So, Carrie Ross, I'm going to have you pick the first of the 3 years. Would you like us to start with a movie from 1996, 2011, or 2020?
Ooh, 96.
96. All right, first movie of the night, a holiday movie from 1996. For 5 points under the category of frightening and intense scenes, Samantha is tortured with water. Might be unsettling.
All
right. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, Samuel L. Jackson smokes cigarettes throughout the film. You just have to think of the one movie where Samuel L. Jackson is smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, the one.
Oh, what is it called? Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello.
Darn it. They ruined her chance.
This is it.
The long kiss goodnight? Is that it?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you next time. Just use the raise hand button. I'm gonna call on everybody who buzzes in. But The fact that you got it from that, this is the Christmas classic, The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom loves that movie. Why? Sorry.
I
Why
think
don't you
this holds up.
split up my points between everybody? Because
That's good.
Yeah, Gina Davis, just an amazing action star in this movie.
I forgot that was around Christmas.
The other clues in it: violence and gore. Charlie blows up a building, causing Mitch to be blown out a window and several others to be apparently killed. Sex and nudity. Samantha / Charlie is seen in the shower. Her nude butt is briefly shown from one side.
Oh, I'll
And
have to
violence
watch
and
it.
gore. Samantha has a hallucination where her alter ego slits her throat. Brief and not seen directly.
Jolly.
So that's 4 points to Carrie. And we
actually-
move on to Casey.
Oh, right.
Casey, would you like a movie from 1964, 1999, or 2019?
What was the middle one?
1999.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. All right. 1999. For 5 points under violence and gore. A man threatens another man with a fire poker.
Damn. Jolly.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a man threatens children with a cane.
Well, I mean,
Man's just waving around sticks.
kids got to be disciplined. I mean, they're out of hand. It's the 90s.
This feels like
I know-
every
I
children's
know
movie
which
back
one.
then.
I know which one. Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
All right, Casey, what do you think this movie is?
Jingle All the Way.
It is not Jingle All the Way. A movie I unironically love.
How can it not be? There
It's
are
a-
kids being disciplined. That's good shit.
It's a terrible, wonderful movie. For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, in an unusual scene, many ghosts appear outside the main character's window. Might be scary to some people. Marty has a guess. Marty does not have a guess.
That was an accident. Marty's still thinking. It's still
Okay.
cooking.
Carrie, did you have a guess?
Oh yeah. A Christmas Carol.
I mean, that is the best way to go about a ghost Christmas story. This is the Patrick Stewart as Scrooge, A Christmas Carol.
Yes! Oh my god. Oh. I didn't know that was 1999. Fuck.
Other clues in A Christmas Carol.
Damn it.
Frightening and intense scenes. Marley releases the tie holding his jaw up, and his jaw drops down below his neck. It's pretty fake looking, though very scary. He chokes with his jaw hanging unrealistically far down for a few seconds. And frightening and intense scene, the ghost of Christmas yet to come is very frightening.
Jacob fucking Marley.
Now that puts Carrie up to 7.
Boom.
Lloyd and Marty tied in second place with 0. Casey at -1. Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1973, 2006, or 2023?
Oh god, too close. What was the second one?
Second one was 2006.
Oh man, 2000 housing crisis. 2006.
2006. All right, from 2006 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. Implied childbirth. Women acting like they're in a lot of pain, and then the sound of babies crying.
What?
Marty has a guess. Anybody else?
No.
What do you think, Marty?
I'm blanking on what this movie is called, and it's bugging me. But I think it's called Village of the It's Village of the Children of the Damned of the Village something. Village of the Damned.
That it is called Village of the Damned, but that is not this movie.
That is a shame.
That is true. There is a lot of implied childbirth in that movie.
There is. It's kind of the whole shtick.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck?
All right, 4 points.
What the fuck?
Under violence and gore, implied slaying of a sacrificial cow, implied slaying of baby boys.
What the fuck? What is happening? Why? What the fuck?
Marty has another guess. Anybody else?
No!
Okay,
No.
Lloyd. Marty, what do you think?
This feels too late, but the Prince of Egypt.
It is not the Prince of Egypt.
There are babies and they die.
There absolutely are.
What the fuck?
For 3 points under violence and gore, non-gory display of people who have been crucified.
I'm running out of fucking movies, Nick.
What?
Marty, go again.
Passion of the Christ.
It's not Passion of the Christ.
That's what
I'm
I was.
God damn it. I'm keeping my hand up.
I'm not good with holiday movies that are gore.
I have another guess. I'm keeping my hand up.
Okay. For
Doing
2
any of
points.
this shit.
For 2 points under violence and gore, if this wasn't a religious film, it would certainly be rated PG-13 at least. Some very disturbing and realistic violence.
Sounds about right.
All right. Marty going for broke.
Well, now I have 2 guesses. Is the problem. I'm I have 2 guesses, and I'm not sure which one to go with because one was my first instinct, and if it's wrong, I'm gonna be sad. But I'm gonna go with the Nativity Story movie that was made by the same people as The Passion of the Christ.
Not only that, directed by the woman who directed Twilight, starring Oscar Isaac as Joseph. This is the Nativity Story.
I had to watch that in theology class. Shout out to Miss Donahue. I hope you're having a fucking bad day. Terrible teacher. But delightful rendition of that story.
Yeah, Catherine Hardwicke, for some reason, directed this movie.
That is my
He
favorite
also-
fun fact. Thank you, Nicholas.
He also directed 13. Right?
That's true.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty good-
Yeah, I think this was right between 13 and Twilight. Just something about teenagers in unhealthy relationships with older men.
I'll give Twilight this. That movie was released. I'm pretty sure this movie escaped.
Last clue in this under sex and nudity. People think that Mary had an affair when she became pregnant while betrothed to Joseph. All right. Well, Carrie's still in the lead at 7. Lloyd in second place at 0. Tied in third place is Casey and Marty, both at -1. But Marty worked for that -1.
Hell yeah. Knocked myself down by my bootstraps.
All right, Marty, do you like a movie from 2000, 2011, or 2015?
I'm gonna go with 2015.
2015.
Why was God so obsessed with slaughtering children? I don't know why I'm bothering my father. with this. He's trying to go back to
That's
the room.
a very good question, though.
Thank you.
I feel like somebody needs to answer for his crimes.
Yes. And it's not going to be in the
If
Bible.
only there was a final judgment or something.
a day, even.
From 2015 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. very irresponsible behavior present throughout the movie, but nearly all of it done in a comedic way.
Oh, great. That's a palate cleanser.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, an image of an erect penis is seen in a text message. While the picture is only shown briefly, it's referenced multiple times later on in the film.
There goes the cleansing of the palate.
Do you ever pick a movie and then just kind of sit with your choice knowing you picked the wrong one?
Yeah, I picked 2006.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, a man gets a Christmas mug that says "World's Smallest Cock."
What the? Oh. The fuck is wrong with people?
For 2 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, mushrooms, weed, cocaine, and alcohol are all consumed. A woman gives her husband a box of drugs at the start of the film as a Christmas present.
Why does that feel like the writer's just projecting what they were doing when they put this together?
You may be on to something, Lloyd. All right, the 1 point clue under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. The 3 men travel to a drug dealer twice to buy weed for a party.
Oh, I know. Oh.
Casey knows. Anybody else know?
No, I don't, Nick.
What do you think, Casey?
Is it The Hangover?
It is not The Hangover.
Oh,
Man.
This movie
Should
stars Anthony Mackie, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Seth Rogen. It's called The Night Before.
yeah. I had a feeling when I heard all the drug references, I had a feeling it was a Seth Rogen movie, but I
Yeah.
didn't. But then I heard 3 guys. I thought, oh, 3 guys, man, that's a Hangover sounding thing.
It's got a real great performance from Michael Shannon as the drug dealer,
Oh, I bet.
and like a solid Miley Cyrus cameo.
Huh. I'll have to watch that.
Casey went down a point. Everyone else stays where they were. Back to the top of the order. Carrie, would you like a movie from 1944, 1982, or 2023?
What a jump.
1982.
1982.
44 would have been a hoot.
All right, 1982 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. The music that plays throughout the movie sets a very eerie and unsettling tone.
You know what?
Lloyd, what do you think this movie is?
It's not even it, but I'm going for broke. Gremlins?
I mean, solid guess. It is not Gremlins.
Fair enough.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a man gets his skull ripped apart in the beginning.
Not Gremlins. Fair.
That's so fun.
Yeah, in 1982.
3 points under violence and gore, a man sends medallions embedded with a special computer chip down the skylight into a factory. The medallions react against the machinery, causing massive explosions throughout, and we see several scientists perishing in the fire. The factory is later seen burning in the sky horizon.
Holidays.
Are you not in the holiday spirit, Lloyd?
Not after that.
For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, there are many jump scares. The atmosphere of this movie is very dark and creepy. The scene of the mask demonstration can be disturbing to some viewers.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking. It's gonna drive me crazy.
The mass
I'm like,
demonstration.
racking my brain because this very much feels like something I've seen.
Uh-huh.
Last clue for 1 point under violence and gore. A young boy's head melts inside of a Halloween mask, and scores of bugs and snakes come gushing out of it. Might not be a Christmas movie, this one.
This is very upsetting.
I mean,
All right. Does it look like... Oh, Marty's going to take a guess.
I don't know that this is a movie, but parts of this sound very familiar to the plot of the Goosebumps book, The Haunted Mask.
I mean, I wonder if The Haunted Mask was in some way inspired by this movie. It is not The Haunted Mask. This movie I know for a fact Marty hasn't seen because I keep telling them to see it. This is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
God damn it.
The non-Michael Myers Halloween.
oh, God.
Also, fun fact, the Haunted Mask wasn't inspired by it because the Haunted Mask was inspired by R.L. Stine seeing his son get his face stuck in a mask and freak out.
Well,
Things can have multiple inspirations.
I'm glad you did something creative with that.
All right, so right now, Carrie is in the lead at 7 points. Lloyd right behind at -1. Casey and Marty at -2.
How am I still in second place?
Because you've only guessed once and it was incorrect.
All right, that's par.
All right, Casey, would you like a movie from 1970, 2011, or 2020?
Let's go in 1970.
1970.
Take that over 2020 any day.
All right, 1970 for 5 points. Under violence and gore, a man falls down a flight of stairs, resulting in a broken leg. It's meant to be funny.
No, the 60s just ended. Let's laugh at the man with no leg. Woodstock was a blast.
I just realized that the Haunted Mask book didn't come out till the early 90s, so that's where that's where I'm at tonight, just in case anyone was wondering.
For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, Jessica's musical sequence, My World is Beginning Today, looks like an acid trip and is therefore cut on modern TV broadcasts.
An acid trip at the tail end of the 60s? Never.
For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, the Winter Warlock is intimidating at first, but he becomes nice. He looks scary in some scenes. Marty has a guess. Anybody else? Marty, do you know what this movie is?
I do. This is oh god, it's Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
He sure is. This is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Back
the Burgermeister Meisberger.
Wow. It took them until 1970 to make a movie with that title. Mitch Miller was singing about it in 1938.
We didn't have cable when I was younger. I saw that movie a lot.
Also in this movie, frightening and intense scenes, one of the creepier Rankin Bass stop-motion Christmas movies. And violence and gore, cartoonish violence. For one, the town is fittingly named Somber Town, and Mayor Burgermeister Meisterburger slipped on one toy, crippled himself, and declared toys dangerous and unlawful. Since then, Chris kept on delivering more toys, causing Burger to keep on seizing the toys, occasionally crippling himself even further, and even destroying the toys at once.
Imagine what he would have done if he stepped on a Lego.
In the end, it's implied that he died, and while the cause of death is never specified, it's best to assume that it's because he tripped on some toys. They then repealed his stupid laws.
Love this. I just the other day saw someone post Jessica as like an icon of tail end of the 60s, early 70s fashion.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Carrie's still at 7. Marty, up to 1 point. Lloyd at -1, Casey at -2. Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1964, 1973, or 2019?
Did you say 1973 or 2019?
Or 1964?
What a fucking job. God, the 60s, the 70s are now? Oh. MLK, disco, or
Like
now.
my favorite rock radio stations.
Fuck, 64.
Let's do 64.
Yeah, Nintendo.
All right, 1964 for 5 points under violence and gore. There are 2 fight scenes, one involving punching and grabbing, and the other involving kicking. They are both brief and non-violent.
No, it's not that.
That sounds like something my work kids would tell me. It was a non-violent kick. Non-violent grab and punch.
Yeah, that's why he's keeled over, bleeding out of his mouth. Non-violent.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the overall film is very unintentionally frightening.
Ooh.
So were the 1960s.
For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, a man in a fake polar bear suit attempts to attack 2 children, and it fails because he can't reach them. The bear is very fake and clearly a man in a suit.
The bear is very fake. Best clue in the history of the business.
For 2 points under violence and gore, a robot breaks into Santa's workshop and picks up an elf. No harm done to the elf.
Good to know.
We're going to knock all the Christmas movies off this list.
May as well. 'Tis the season.
This is the episode of Christmas movies and Halloween 3. Last clue.
Familiar? Okay.
For 1 point under violence and gore, the aliens shoot Mrs. Claus and 2 of Santa's elves with a freeze gun that immobilizes the individuals. The aliens claim the effect will wear off in an hour, but we never see Mrs. Claus or the 2 elves again. Everybody but Lloyd has buzzed in.
Yeah.
All right, Casey, go ahead and say what this movie is.
Is it the name just left me. Just a second. It's stole Christmas. Something stole Christmas. Damn it.
Okay, Carrie, what do you think this movie is?
Oh, geez, I don't remember. It's like Santa meets the Martians or something. There's Martians and Santa. Is it Santa Claus and Martians? Something.
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
I thought it was something, but like everybody else's guesses are making me think I'm wrong. So I'm going to put my hand down and not lose a point in case.
All right, that's fair. Casey, you got almost none of the words right, so I can't give it to you. Carrie, you got most of them right, so I can give it to you. This is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Oh, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Okay.
That's it.
Of course, that came out in 1964. Everybody was on drugs.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
Is that the one? Is that the one with Pia Zadora?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's right. I knew it. See, I knew it. I just couldn't remember the name.
Yep, this is a movie that I want to say my junior year of high school, I got the DVD for, and I brought it into school and was just kind of looking at the DVD, and my English teacher picked it up. He said, "What's this?" I said, "Santa Claus Conquers the Martians." He goes, "Oh, we're watching this right now." And that's how I got my entire English class to hate me.
Formative memory right there.
It was either that or Beatlemania. What are you going to pick?
All right. Well, Carrie's up to 8 points. Marty at 1. Lloyd at -1. Casey at -3. Where are we? Marty, you get to pick this one. Would you like a movie from 2000, 2011, or 2023?
2023.
Oh God, why? Why?
You cowards. Do it.
I don't have to. I'm
Look
already
at these
here.
two other last round I had 2000, 2011, and the one that I picked. So 2023.
Okay,
All right,
fine. You make a valid point.
2023. This
Fair.
movie came out at some point in the last 12 months. For 5 points under violence and gore. Pretty evil.
What?
Pretty evil under violence and gore.
That's it?
Marty, what do you think?
It's a Wonderful Knife.
I wish. It is not It's a Wonderful Knife.
Do you realize the state of creativity in the industry where the clue is pretty evil?
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a woman threatens to electrocute a man's balls with a taser. She proceeds in doing so.
Yeah, that's just public service. Nothing evil about that.
All right, for 3 points under violence and gore, a man inside a store tries to intervene and is stabbed and thrown into the floor. Another man shoots at the killer and is stabbed in the chest and then shot off screen. Blood from the impact is seen splattered on the wall.
Is it that clown movie?
Sounds about right.
For 2 points under violence and gore, a young woman is stabbed twice in the stomach on a subway train. Ooh. Marty has a guess. Anybody else?
New York.
What do you think, Marty?
I'm mad if this is right because I was going to guess it on the last clue. I think it's the newest Scream.
I will give it to you. This is Scream 6, which very explicitly takes place on Halloween.
There's a Scream 6?
Exactly.
Yeah, and one person in this Zoom thinks it's pretty great.
Pretty
another
evil.
Person hates it.
Pretty evil.
Did we need a 6th Scream?
As far as franchises go,
one first Scream.
I mean, the first one. Okay.
I'm about to shut down this meeting. Oh, I love the Scream movies.
I never saw it.
Scream movie.
I did too. And the first 3, that was enough.
The third one's the worst one.
That's why I should have stopped there.
No, you got to go when they rebuild the series.
Oh my God, you got to rebuild the.
6 is probably going to be the last one since they fired the lead actress.
Right.
They should have fired her for being a bad actress, not for having a bad
you.
Oh my God.
Fight me in the pit. Fight me in the pit. Scream has never had a good sequel.
I will agree to disagree. And I also.
You two are going to fight about this on Friday in Haverhill, aren't you?
Last clue under profanity.
I was going to say, see you on Friday, motherfucker.
We're going to throw hands. Profanity, Ghostface says, who gives a fuck about movies before killing someone?
I mean, when it comes to Scream 4 through 6, yeah, I agree.
Lloyd, you haven't seen them. You'd really enjoy them.
I saw 4 and 5. I didn't want to. I didn't know there was a 6th
now
one.
Your story's changing.
I didn't know there was a 6th one. I didn't like them. I saw them. I saw Attack of the Clones. I didn't like it when I saw it.
It's not an episode of this game until Lloyd finds a way to be angry about Attack of the Clones.
It really isn't. It really isn't. I never said I didn't see Scream 4 through 5 as I didn't like it. I didn't know there was a 6th one because it shouldn't have been a 4th and a 5th one.
All right. So we got that done. We got 4 movies left. One more go around. One more for each of you before the final question. Carrie still at 8. Marty at 1. Lloyd at -1. Casey at -3.
Why is there a 6th fucking Scream movie?
Because they're fun, goddammit.
You know what? I'll give you fun. Because fun isn't necessarily good. I'll give you fun. Sure. Sure. Batman and Robin was fun.
Carrie, would you like a movie from, running out of movies here, 1944, 2011, or 2023?
I'll do 2023.
Let's keep this train going.
All movies from 2010 to 2020, whatever is indistinguishable.
Goddamn Carrie Ross, I can't be mad about that.
All right. This is another movie that came out this year.
Great.
For 5 points under 6 in nudity. The only scene of nudity is when a cheerleader bounces on a trampoline and exposes her bare buttocks to her boyfriend. Lasts 3 to 5 seconds.
See, I just got done with this year. Why do I have to relive it already?
That's what December's all about.
I'm not Taylor Swift. I don't come back here all the time. With all due respect to Taylor Swift.
No, Taylor Swift will revisit a lot of different eras.
Yeah, nice.
For 4 points under violence and gore, this is a surprisingly brutal and graphic film, even in comparison to the original trailer.
Well, at least no children have gotten killed yet that we know of.
For 3 points under violence and gore, a woman's head is violently smashed between two shopping carts. This is very brutal. Her hair gets caught in a wheel, and when the cart moves, part of her scalp is ripped off.
Why are they at Walmart?
Carrie has a guess. Marty has a guess. Anybody else?
No!
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
Is this the new clown one, the Terrifier 2?
Carrie, what do you think?
I was gonna say that as well.
It is not Terrifier 2.
Ooh.
A lot of violent holiday movies came out this year.
This sounds like Ernest Goes to Walmart.
For 2 points under violence and gore, a woman gets stabbed in the ears by a pair of corn holders. Blood is shown on the holders and on her bloody hands. Later, she is thrown onto a buzzsaw, and her fingers are sliced, briefly seen, as well as being disemboweled with lots of blood and intestines spraying from her body.
I know what this is,
2023.
and it's bothering me.
2023, ladies and gentlemen, the state of today.
For 1 point under violence and gore, a man in a turkey costume is suddenly decapitated in a parade. Lots of blood is shown spurting from the neck stump. Very bloody and gory.
Oh my
Looks like it's just gonna be Marty. What do you think this movie is?
It's just called Thanksgiving, right?
It sure is. This is Eli Roth's Thanksgiving.
I read about the corn thing.
People really like this movie. I was distracted the whole movie. Because it takes place in Massachusetts, and the whole thing starts off with the fact that a store opens up on Thanksgiving, not Black Friday, on Thanksgiving, and people get trampled in a riot and a bunch of people die. And in Massachusetts, stores cannot open on Thanksgiving.
Is Eli Roth from Massachusetts?
He's from Newton, I think.
Oh.
So you can decide whether or not that's Massachusetts.
Yeah.
It is.
I feel like that explains a lot about Eli Roth.
It ain't Boston, but it's definitely Massachusetts.
I knew he was from Massachusetts.
If fucking Walpole is Massachusetts, Newton is definitely Massachusetts.
All right. Carrie's at 7. Marty's at 1. Lloyd at -1. Casey at -3. Marty, you keep evening out when you get these. Where are we? Casey, would you like a movie from... We are really running out. 1973, 2011, or 2020?
Okay, it was not 3. Thank God.
What was the first one?
1973.
Oh, shit. 73.
Okay, 73.
Take it. I'll take it. Hopefully, no one in the freaking turkey suit loses a cockfight.
I keep
Nine-
thinking that my age will give me an advantage on this old one. It hasn't helped.
I feel like the pot ruined that advantage.
Yeah.
5 points, 1973 under 6 in nudity. A girl is in a relationship with a boy, which annoys him.
You know what? Compared to everything else we've gotten for first clues, I'll take that. That's tame. That's a come down.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a dog's ear gets caught in a toaster.
In a toaster.
In a toaster.
That's very upsetting.
How is pre-Cold War America somehow less violent in 2023?
How does a dog's ear get stuck in a toaster?
Toaster's on the ground.
Very carefully.
Their owners are from Newton.
For 3 points under violence and gore, a bird gets flattened by a basketball. A dog manages to undo this.
Hey, give it up for that dog.
Yeah. Airbud's inspiration.
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
This feels Wallace and Gromit-y.
Yeah.
It is not Wallace and Gromit.
Is it
But is it
Wallace
Wallace and Gromit E?
I mean, it's not Wallace and Gromit.
Thank you for nothing, Mr. Martucci.
Do you prefer Wallace and Gromit or Wallace and Gragety? For 2 points under violence and gore, a boy sarcastically says that if a girl pulls the football away when he tries to kick it, he will fall flat on his back and kill himself.
What?
Oh,
No.
this is
We've got one person has buzzed in, 2 people have buzzed in, 3 people. Casey, what do you think?
I think it is the Great Pumpkin.
Lloyd, what do you think?
Was this a very Charlie Brown Christmas or a very fuck the name?
Marty, what do you think?
I think it's the Great Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown.
We got 3 different Charlie Brown holidays here. It is not the Christmas one. It's not the pumpkin one. This is a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
I only know that because we were going to show it at work, and then I Googled it to find it and found an article talking about how it's racist.
A Thanksgiving movie from the 70s is racist?
Weird. Not for the reasons you would think.
Yeah.
So maybe Snoopy deserved to have his ear in the toaster.
If you think that's bad, you should see what Popeye was doing a decade prior.
Don't read the results.
Last one under profanity. When a girl criticizes a boy for his Thanksgiving dinner, she calls him a blockhead. His dog thinks this refers to him and hides his head, noticeably taking the blame.
Yeah.
Snoopy's an asshole.
Oh wait, is it the is it the pig pen thing at the table?
I think so.
Is that why it's racist? Or why
Oh,
you're saying no?
Marty, you have to answer that.
No. Or was somebody
Sorry, all of my
Franklin?
work things. My work things are all happening at the same time.
Oh,
It was
no.
racist because Franklin
Franklin
is on one side of the table all by himself, and everybody else gets a real chair, and then Franklin gets a fucking lawn chair.
Oh.
It's
Why
bad.
did I say face pen? What is
It's like not a good look. It's quite bad.
no
Sorry. I said this before the episode started. I'm not cheating. There's just a work event happening.
No, I believe you.
Cool.
You still got it right. Even work can't stop you.
I'm very confused what happened here. Because it's showing I have an extra round that I didn't think I had.
Well, what happened to the 1944 one? That slipped through the cracks.
Oh yeah, I
if he
still
ever
do
gets
have
it.
2 left.
Gotta get them Hitler era movies in there, man.
All right, Lloyd,
Oh, great.
would you like a movie from 1944, 2011, or 2019?
44, The Year Before the World Ended, or The Year Before the World Ended Again. Give me 44.
Let's finally figure out what this 1944 movie is.
Why not? Good times.
1944 penultimate movie. For 5 points under violence and gore, a couple of threats of corporal punishment on a child.
Corporal punishment. We are
Miracle on 30.
Casey, do you want to guess Miracle on 34th Street?
Yes, I do.
All right, Casey loses another point.
God damn it! I want Casey to get at least one of these.
No, I have to maintain my perfect record of failure.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, there's a scene where a little girl is walking in the street at night on Halloween that could possibly be frightening to little kids watching this movie.
Kid outside at night, frightening. Tame.
For
Few
3
decades
points
later,
under
kids will get
alcohol, drugs,
murdered.
and smoking, a little girl sings a song about being drunk.
Little Rascals fans are over here.
All right, for 2 points under sex and nudity, the 2 oldest Smith sisters are seen in corsets as they get ready for a ball. Considering the time period in which the film takes place, they are actually pretty well covered. One of the sisters becomes increasingly uncomfortable wearing it, complaining that she cannot breathe. The scene is played for laughs.
That's Sex and Nudity in 1944.
You said
Marty,
the
did you have
Smith
a guess?
sisters?
Yeah, Smith sister.
Smith sisters.
Cool. That doesn't help me. But just wanted to check.
The last clue for 1 point under frightening and intense scenes. The youngest Smith child becomes increasingly upset over moving to New York and finally flies into a rage towards the end of the film, where she runs outside and smashes some of her snowmen with a stick, screaming, quote, "I'd rather kill them if we can't take them with us." She's a dramatic child and often silly throughout the film.
Willow? No. She wasn't there yet.
All right. It doesn't seem like anybody knows this movie. This is one that if you watch Saturday Night Live this week, you might have been able to get it, because for some reason they did a whole sketch about this movie where the song "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" comes from. This
What?
Meet Me in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Wow.
Judy Garland.
Yeah, if you sang.
Judy
I'm
fucking
gonna sing one
Garland.
of the songs. Playing,
Clearly, we're not in Kansas anymore.
And thanks to Judy Garland, the song doesn't say "Have yourself a merry little Christmas, it could be your last." She didn't want to say that to a 7-year-old.
Fair.
Jesus Christ.
So they changed it to "Make the Yuletide Bright." It's a real sad song.
Judy Garland lived a sad life. That's
Sure
nice.
did. One movie remains. Carrie is at 6 points. Marty is at 2 points. Lloyd at -1. Casey at -5. Casey, if you get this next one right, you can go into the final with 0 points. But Marty gets to pick this last movie. What do we have left with years? All right, Marty, would you like a movie from 2000, 2011, or 2020?
I'm going to reject the 2000 and 2011 a third time and go 2020.
The reason that they keep popping up is because you keep rejecting them.
And I'll do it a fucking again if there's another round.
I can promise you there won't be.
So we end on 2020. How
2020. For 5 points under sex and nudity, when seen for the first time, the main character's mom wears a shirt that says boner donor. She got it from a thrift store. Marty has a guess. Casey has a guess.
Damn.
Casey, what do you think this movie is?
It's a Hubie Halloween.
Marty, what do you think?
I'm so mad because I thought this was happiest season based on the year. I fucking hate Hubie Halloween, but it's Hubie Halloween.
It sure is Hubie Halloween.
Woo! Casey on the board!
No, but not below the board this time. All right, other clues in that. Sex and nudity, 3 newscaster women dress as Harley Quinn. One of them is wearing very small and very tight short shorts, as well as a very tight shirt. She's seen multiple times throughout the film. Violence and gore, the main character has eggs, watermelons, axes, flaming arrows, chairs, and more thrown at him. Frightening and intense scenes, comedic horror themes as part of the film. No actual scary scenes. And sex and nudity, a random nun stares at one of the main characters along with Hubie. She then states that she is asexual, but she claims that the woman she and Hubie are staring at makes her horny. That brings us to our final question. And depending on how bold people want to get with their betting, this could be anybody's game. Because Marty, right at the final movie, has taken the lead at 7 points for the first time. Carrie at 6 points. Casey at 0 points. Lloyd at -1. So, like I explained at the beginning, this is like Final Jeopardy. I will give you a category. In this case, we're going to be talking about movie box offices. I want you to privately message me a bet between 0 and your total, how confident you feel about answering answering a question about box offices. Carrie can wager up to 6 points. Marty can wager up to 7. Lloyd can wager up to 1. Casey can try for the 3 bonus points for getting it near correct. So no need to bet, Casey. You've got no points. But I will give 3 bonus points to anybody who comes very close to it. Otherwise, if you get it closest, I will give you your points that you wagered. So I've got 1 bet in. I've got bets in. Marty, you cannot bet that. You have to know that. There are no half points in this game. All right, everybody has their bets in. I looked it up earlier tonight, and the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time is the 2018 animated Grinch movie. So, what I want to know is, to the closest million, how much money did the animated Grinch movie make? I believe at the US box office. So I want you to privately message me how much in millions to the closest million you think that movie made. Yeah, no problem. Okay, I got an answer from Marty. Got an answer from Carrie.
I don't want to
The
guess.
highest grossing Christmas movie of all time is this movie that nobody I know has seen.
I have not seen
God
it.
damn it.
All right.
I know, well, randomly, I guess. You're just waiting on me, aren't you?
Just waiting on you, Lloyd.
God damn it. I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's throw something in
Yeah,
there. To the
Lloyd wants
closest
to hear
million,
the
right?
best so he could do, something 01.
I am now frustrated that I did not think of that first. Okay. Fine.
Any number you want, Lloyd. All right, Lloyd's got his answer in. I will say Marty guessed $59 million, which I think would have made it one of the biggest bombs of all time. Not giving anything away, but no, not that. Carrie guessed 140 million. Lloyd guessed 240 million. Casey guessed $685 million. I will say that Casey is the only one that understands what a high box office is. You were off by 158 million, but still the closest. This movie made $527 million. So let's see what that does to the scores. Casey, unfortunately, with all of that, yeah, I can't give you anything for it, but I'm real happy that you tried. Carrie bet 3 points, only loses 3. Lloyd, of course, bet 1, loses 1. Marty played it safe, bet 0. Marty is also on a work call. So our final scores tonight, and I may have to repeat this momentarily. Lloyd at -2, Casey at 0, Carrie at 3, but our winner tonight with 7 points is Marty Viscosi. I think this is the second week in a row where the winner was under 10 points, which just means that this game is it's too hard. After I've done over 200 of these episodes, I'm running out of movies. Well, I will relay that information to Marty. We'll see if and when they come back. But until they do, I want to thank you all so much for being here. This was so much fun. I love having you all on the show. Before we go, if there is anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, or just any last words you want to say on the internet, Lloyd, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I got some last words. Now, I'm not going to argue with Casey McNeal's knowledge of box office and how that works. I mean, he's a legitimate actor. I'm not going to argue with that. However, in my defense, I don't know if I was not understanding high box office as much as I was underestimating the Grinch remake. I didn't think that made that much money. I'm surprised that, wow.
Just beating out Home Alone.
Okay, I'll sleep on that. I won't sleep because that's ridiculous. But what I will do, how the fuck? Anyway, no, I am going to be on a show with Nick Martucci this Friday in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and that's going to be at Harbor Place, and it's going to be the first time that me and Nick have worked together in real life in ages. And if you are in the Massachusetts or anywhere near Haverhill, you should go and see that. And then especially if you're somebody who currently lives in the Twin Cities, who's going to be coming over that way by the end of the week and might have some choice words about movie disagreements, you should definitely be there. That's going to be fun. Other than that, I'm going to be at Capo Restaurant this Wednesday in Boston. If you don't know about that, it's fine. It's South Boston. Nobody goes there unless they have to. And for anything else that I'm doing, follow me on social media. If you're on social media, if you're not, good choice. But if you're there, at Lloyd Legacy 617 on Instagram, Twitter, fuck you, Elon, TikTok, because that's what you have to do, unfortunately. And Lloyd Legacy Sharp on Facebook. And that's where you can find everything else that I'm doing. And I'm not going to go over it any further because I've talked enough. And Home Alone did not do better than The Grinch. And I can't live with that and continue to use English.
Yeah, but come to that Haverhill show. I'll be posting links about it in all the groups and on my personal pages. But besides Lloyd and myself, other friends of the show, Tyler Tuttle's going to be on that show.
Ooh,
Maxwell
nice.
Schultz is hosting that show.
Nice.
I think a couple of other people that I need to get on this show are on that show.
Madison
But it's going to be so much
Misadventure.
fun. Also, it's like a gift exchange. So bring a gift and receive a gift. In the spirit of capitalism.
Hmm.
And Haverhill.
Isn't being in Haverhill and leaving Haverhill a gift in itself?
Yes.
Casey McNeal, anything you want to leave us with tonight?
Yeah, I'm at McHugh's Rio on New Year's Eve, and my comedy special is dropping this month on I hope this month. It's in review on Amazon, so as soon as they clear it, it'll be out.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't realize you recorded a special.
Yeah, apparently nobody has. I would wait till they, if they approve it, then it'll be Amazon's, but it'll come out no matter what. It'll be Vimeo and YouTube and that, but hopefully Amazon.
Well, look out for that. Casey is a fantastic comic, and if he's putting up material, you're going to want to watch it. Carrie Ross, anything you want to say before we go?
Oh, sure. So, I will be doing some stand-up on January 10th at Endless Life Brewing, and this is on Franklin Avenue in Brooklyn. That in that soul-sucking state of New York. Also, so. If you look for Oh God No Comedy on Instagram and all that stuff, I'm in their short film that's going to be released next year, January of next year. Not sure what day, but you should check that out.
Absolutely
Pretty
check that out. Also, I'm just going to plug, just search Carrie on YouTube and just enjoy yourself.
Do it.
Yes.
Finally, I don't know if you heard anything that happened in this show, Marty, but you are the winner tonight at 7 points, despite having one of the worst guesses I've ever seen for that final answer. You unmuted, but I still can't hear you. No?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Because I meant to hit the mute button earlier, like the mute you button, not me.
Mhm.
I had no idea I won. I heard the part where you said my guess was bad, and that was it. We had the wrong address for a child, so
oh no.
Everything's good now. But
you were only off by $468 million.
I'm not gonna complain.
But first of all, I know I'm kind of bum rushing you with this, but if you already have a top of mind movie that you want to make me watch, otherwise we can talk about it later.
Yeah, Nick, did you watch The Holiday Sitter, the gay Hallmark movie with Aaron Samuels?
I didn't. Nope. No, I have
not. Well, guess what you're gonna watch this week, motherfucker.
Yeah, Nick's a big Hallmark fan.
Nick, it's so good. It has everything. It has Italians. It has Christmas. It has a man discovering the true meaning of love and family in a cold world. It has.
You're gonna have to tell me the name of this movie again.
The Holiday Sitter.
The Holiday Sitter.
Jonathan Bennett. If you look up gay Hallmark movie, it will come up.
There's only like 5 of them.
This will be my first Hallmark movie.
Well, you're welcome.
Also,
it is a Hallmark movie. I'm not gonna lie. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. But like,
says you.
It's delightful. I was looking earlier before this episode started to see if I could find it on DVD anywhere, and the only place I can find it on DVD is a website that's like, there may be watermarks and commercials on this DVD, and I'm willing to risk $15 on it.
I'm not, so I really hope I can find it somewhere for not $15.
I'm pretty sure it is currently streaming on Amazon for like $5.
I'm gonna have to give this movie money. I will say, I don't. Were you on the episode of non-theatrical movies?
I was, and I did so bad.
Uh-huh. That was the one that I wanted to use that question again, but couldn't. Which is, how many Christmas movies has Hallmark released this year?
90.
There are
90.
42.
40.
Oh.
There are 42 slated to come out by the end of this year because I was curious and I was looking earlier.
No, I saw 42 last year. I saw 40 this year, unless it's changed in the
Oh,
last couple of
I
weeks.
must be thinking of the number of holiday movies they have in the mix.
No, there are over 400.
Oh.
There's no real answer as to how many they have.
Yeah.
And
That's
do you
the
want to
question I
say
started
anything
with.
before we go, so I can free you all to your lives?
If weather and traffic allows, I will see y'all in Haverhill on Friday.
Hell yes.
It is day 2 of driving from Minnesota for me, so I'm gonna try and be friends, but like we'll see.
That's exactly what we need at a comedy show, is an orny audience member.
I'm so ready to poison the vibes for everyone and destroy my online friendships before they become in-person friendships.
Well, thank you so much. You were all wonderful. Once again, Carrie Ross, Casey McNeal, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, Marty Viscosi. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook, search Inappropriate Movie Database, or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. Normally, we do this show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, but we're not going to be doing it the next 2 Mondays because it would be hard to book a Zoom show on the holidays. So our next show will be Thursday, the 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to be a part of that, reach out to me in any of those places. I will send you a Zoom code. Let's see how many people we can get in the Zoom to play that game. Other than that, I will start booking for the first show of 2024 very soon. So if you want to be a part of this, I want you to be a part of this. I love having new people in the show. It's the only way that it keeps going. I can only have Marty on like 70% of the shows. So I need new folks to come in. You'll enjoy it. You don't have to know anything about movies. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the